belt of older green ash.
Yeah.
A few hackberries and elms and a few good trees in there. You just cut 5 to 10 down a year and try not to wear yourself out.
Yeah.
Anticipate what's coming.
I'd do that. I mean, the inevitability is it's going to be here, and you're going to lose the tree. In the country, it'll take a little bit longer than in town. But Illinois, for example, when I was out there last year, in central Illinois, you can look at belts of just standing dead ash. And now that we're beginning to fall. I mean, it took a little longer than Peoria, you know, to go through town first. And so you're going to lose them here too. So going out there and saying, yeah, I'm going to start out and start going down and removing them and start planting other trees now makes absolute sense. And then just keep working your way down the road. And then take out a few more every year. Your biggest problem is, what are you replanting them with? And it depends on whether you already have established trees on either side or not. In other words, you're trying to put another tree into a belt that's already got some size to it, so you got a lot of shading. And that gets tougher. But
he doesn't have a big variety he can work with. He's got an 8K soil out there.
Oh, yeah.
So we're limited on what he can replace with.
My native elms have done really good. I've gotten really good at everything. Sprouts very well.
Oh, okay.
Grows very well. I've got some good hackberries in there too. Hackberries have a harder time developing, but they're growing from very rough. But them elms, boy, I can dig them up, plant them anywhere and they go.
Yeah, and hackberries are a little tougher, and they tend to want to grow sideways rather than up. So they do require some pruning. They're not always the prettiest tree out there, but boy, they're tough.
Yeah.
And so those are a tree that we like to see. The Japanese elm, which the Big Sioux has, those are pretty tough trees. I've seen those on a lot of stuff.
Yep, my bear run.
Yeah,
did
mine
it.
2 years ago.
Okay, this is the
Wow.
caliper was tiny, and I think I had one out of every 10
A lot of them,
survive.
out of them 5-foot tree tubes are poking out now. They've
Okay.
never been watered, so
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
tough.
they're tough.
The thing is with the Japanese elm, I mean, it doesn't get Dutch elm disease, which of course is all we worry about with American elms. And the other thing is, you see them like we have them on campus too. And you go down the row here, and here's all your Siberian elms, and right now you can't find a leaf that's not filled with holes. Everything attacks them. And they get to the Japanese, not a hole in the leaf. They do not get any of the insect problems we have out of it, which is kind of nice. And they grow like a weed. I mean, they just grow tremendously fast. A much better form, a lot stronger. They don't get the canker diseases that our Siberian elms do. So I remember seeing those up in Manitoba 25 years ago, and they were just growing great. And I was glad to see that it's getting more common down here now. Certainly hardy, no issues there. But yeah, if you're looking for more elms, that's one I'd try.
Maybe we can try next year.
Yeah.
Or got stories out of him too.
Yeah, you know what, that's why my dad would never let me come to any of these things, because I'd have too many stories. Not that he didn't mind me telling stories, I'd tell stories that he didn't want heard.